Sip my tea. Because we got a lot of catching up to do, don't we? Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yes, it's me, Eileen. You might not recognize me with my new dark hair. And since it's been 983 years since I posted a video. You guys, I am so sorry. We'll get into all of that. But first, if you're new to my channel, hello, I'm Eileen Vincett. I'm an American expat living in Switzerland, pregnant with my IVF rainbow baby after 7 miscarriages, and life is good. Life is good. If you're not new, hi guys. I feel guilty, like I've gotten caught doing something. I'm so sorry I haven't posted a video. First of all, nothing is wrong with the baby, nothing is wrong with me. I so appreciate all of the messages checking in, wondering where I was. I had filmed an out of office video a few weeks ago saying I won't be around for a few weeks, but then I never got to edit it and never posted it. So I'm really, really sorry. The reason I haven't posted a video is I have my parents in town for about 2 and a bit weeks. And Patrick was on a break from school. Life's just been really busy. I had an event at my son's school that I helped plan. That took up a lot of time. There wasn't the time I needed to film a video and edit it and get it posted. But we're here now. So let's check in. I am now, what am I? I'm 16 and a half weeks pregnant. Today, I think I'm gonna give you guys an update on symptoms, where things are. Of course, you'll get to see my beautiful, do I have a bump shot. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit about what's been going on in my old brain, my old noggin with this pregnancy. It was kind of smooth sailing for a while, but the last few weeks, it's the kind of trauma of recurring miscarriage has snuck into my head, and it's been a little strange, but we will get into all that. First, top line stuff, I'm 16 and a half weeks pregnant. That means my baby is the size of a, when it's your first pregnancy, you totally just know, right? Because you check all the time. When it's your second pregnancy, you don't, or your, whatever mine is, 9th pregnancy. When it's your second baby, you don't check as much. Okay, the baby is the size, is as big as an avocado. An avocado. Where's this avocado from? Is it in season? Is it genetically modified? How big is this avocado? Let's say about that big. That sounds right. See, any symptoms that I've had? No. I'm in the second trimester now, right? Still averse to some smells. It's really weird. I think I've said before, our bread bin at home that holds our bread, when I open it, I'm like, bleh. But I still eat toast, so I can eat it. I just don't like to smell it. I haven't thrown up since Saturday. Still get sick from time to time. Still don't have a huge appetite, which is so different to Patrick. When I was pregnant with Patrick, you guys, I was like on the high-speed pizza train. Every day at work, anybody watching this that's ever worked with me, or that worked with me in London, I got pizza for lunch every single day. I was like, I'm pregnant, I am eating. I haven't eaten in years, basically, trying to stay thin, and now I'm embracing it. So I had lots of pizza, or I'd have like chips and guacamole and a fruit smoothie. I do love fruit, not normally, but when I'm pregnant, I love fruit. So I'm still really into like apple juice and fruit smoothies. I have a lot of those, but come dinner time, no appetite. I just have really small portions, and there's that. So those are the main symptoms. It's different this pregnancy because I am heavier than I was when I was pregnant with Patrick. So my stomach, it still feels like just pudgy. It doesn't have that hard bump that I had with Patrick. So I'm kind of missing that, and I'm looking forward to things really popping so I feel more pregnant, which segues perfectly into psychologically what's been going on. I have struggled in the last few weeks with feeling pregnant. I haven't felt pregnant. Even sitting here right now, I don't feel pregnant. Like, it's really weird. I just feel like I've got some weight to lose. And maybe that's similar with a lot of pregnancies, but I will say I guess we all do this. I never did with Patrick, but now all of a sudden I do. You look at bump pictures of other people and you're like, oh my gosh, they're only 13 weeks pregnant. Look at how big their bump is. I don't really have a bump. Let me go ahead and show you my bump because that'll put more context to this. Here are my same leggings that I always wear. There's my tummy. Look, you guys, don't really have a bump. Like, I guess you can see it coming out a little bit, but don't know. Don't really have a bump. And these are the same leggings I've worn every time I've shown you guys. I mean, I guess a little bit. If you go Google, if you're bored, or if you're pregnant, you know this. If you look at women who are 16 weeks pregnant, especially with a second baby, they pop earlier. So there's that. And my head started to go a little cuckoo for Cocoa Pops about a week and a half ago. My last scan was at the beginning of October. I had moved off my special IVF unit where I was having scans every single week. And now I'm with the guy who's gonna deliver the baby. And after my last scan at the beginning of October, he's like, all right, I don't need to see you for 4 weeks now. Which, to be honest, at the time I was like, well, that's a good thing. Doesn't need to see me, everything's fine with the baby, so I'll come back in 4 weeks. So my most recent scan was 2 days ago on October 30th. In the week leading up to that scan, I started to psychologically convince myself that the baby isn't growing anymore. The baby's died. The baby's died. I'm not pregnant anymore. That's why I don't have a growing bump. That's why I don't feel pregnant. That's why my lifestyle, I started kind of living like I wasn't pregnant, not drinking or anything like that, but don't even hesitate to lift up heavy groceries, which I don't really do that anyway because you're using your arms, you're not using your stomach. And there are people who do like CrossFit and weightlift all through pregnancy, so that's fine. But I just wasn't thinking in my day-to-day actions, I'm pregnant. I totally psyched myself out that I was gonna go to my next scan. He was gonna say, I'm really sorry, the baby's died, you're not pregnant. I mean, it sounds dry. I really was convinced. Andy had been working a lot. I was super, super busy working on things here, so we hadn't really talked about it much. But on our way to our appointment on Tuesday, I told him this, and he was, I mean, so sweet, but he was like, oh, don't worry, everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. Not dismissing me, but just really reassuring me that everything was fine. We got up to the doctor's appointment, and I checked in and she said, all right, let's just check your weight. Got up on the scale, and it said 70 kilos. Which is around like, I think it's like 150 pounds. God knows I have weight to lose. 70 kilos is more or less what I weighed before I got pregnant. I mean, like, I'm talking like a kilo difference, which is like 2 pounds. So I said, can you check what my weight was when I came on October 1st? And she looked at the computer and she said, oh, 70 kilos. You haven't gained any weight. Really happy. And I was like, I haven't gained any weight. And I looked at Andy and I was like, it's done, it's done. And I, like, my eyes started to well up in the waiting room because I was convinced something is wrong. Keeping in mind, I haven't had an appetite. I haven't eaten very much. I have been getting sick every couple of days up until the last like 2 or 3 weeks when I just kind of gag and get sick maybe once or twice a week. But still I was like, the baby should be growing, I should be gaining weight. So I was really upset for once that I wasn't gaining weight. God knows when I'm not pregnant, I can put on pounds with the best of them. So we went into the doctor and the doctor was like, chatting to us, and he's like, so how are you feeling? And I told him more. I was like, look, I'm a little paranoid. I'm just psychological. I've convinced myself something's really wrong. And then I just weighed myself. I haven't gained weight. And he was like, oh, you haven't gained weight? Totally joking with me. And then he started laughing. He's like, ha ha ha, just kidding. And I was like, not funny, not funny. Andy and I both gasped a little bit. But in his defense, he probably knows my whole history on paper, but he probably didn't look at it right before my appointment. He probably just didn't think about, fine, I'm not like a drama queen, like, oh, screw you. I have a sense of humor. I'm glad he does too. I'm gonna need him to have a sense of humor when I'm spread eagle and he's trying to deliver a baby. So I welcome it, it's fine. Didn't take it personally. Right away when he realized I genuinely was seriously worried, he said, hop up on the table right away, let's have a look and see how things are. So I got up on the table and everything was fine. Everything was fine. Put the scanner on. Right when he put it on, little disco baby was in there just jumping and jiving, loving it. I started getting a little emotional again because I was like, why are you crazy? I mean, it had been like a week and a half that I was convincing myself something was wrong, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I am pregnant. Which is weird because I still don't feel pregnant. It's so weird. And the baby is like, y'all, it's like this big now. Why? Weird, right? He took one of those like 3D views, which I've never been, it's not that I haven't been down with the 3D ultrasound, I've never asked for it. I've just been like, they look like aliens either way, so I don't need a 3D shot, but he gave me one anyway. I'm gonna show it to you guys. This is the little, do you see that little face? And the little arm there? Oh! Some would say like, oh, he or she is just thinking. I think it's like DJing, like, we don't want to find out the sex. So he kind of, when he was going to check out, scope out all the stuff down there to make sure things were developing properly, he's like, look away, look away, look away. So he looked away and we don't know what we're having. And this gets on Andy's nerves because I'm like, I know what we're having. We're totally having a girl. We're having a girl. I have been throwing up for my life, like all through the beginning of this pregnancy, gagging at, like brushing my teeth now, gag. It's just crazy. I'm convinced it's a girl. I've started like rattling through girls' names in my brains. I'm good there. Don't have any boys' names. But Andy's just like, Eileen, it's a 50% chance either way. You're crazy. I got my flu shot. Is this a thing in the United States? I don't know. You have to get a flu shot here if you're pregnant. And then I'll get my whooping cough for the baby and for me. No, just for the baby, right? Well, it must be me, they're putting it in me. Anyway, so yeah, everything's good. We're looking ahead now at the baby's due in April, starting to think about what we're gonna do with the house, with the layout, moving things around, nursery. For now, everything's good. I really appreciate you guys and all your patience waiting for me to come back into the swing of things. I promise I'll be back next week with another update and hopefully more of a bump to show you. In the meantime, you can find me over on Instagram, and if you're missing my little smudge Patrick and Andy, you can see them over there. I post on stories all the time. That is at Eileen Vincett. I'll see you guys next week. Yeah, I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. See you later. Bye.